Have you ever wondered where the concept of special forces originated? The inception of this revolutionary idea can be traced back to the tumultuous era of World War II. The world was in chaos, and the need for unconventional warfare tactics became undeniably apparent. This necessity led to the birth of the British Commandos and the American Office of Strategic Services, or OSS, as it's more commonly known. These units were not your average military formations. They were special, comprised of highly trained and fearless individuals, capable of conducting covert operations behind enemy lines. Their missions were often deemed impossible by traditional standards, but these were no traditional soldiers. The British Commandos and the OSS were pioneers, setting the stage for what would turn into a global phenomenon of special forces. Thus, the seed of special forces was sown during the turmoil of World War II. From their initial formation, special forces embarked on a journey of evolution and adaptation. This journey took a significant turn during the Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension that lasted from the end of World War II in 1945 until the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. The Cold War gave rise to a renewed emphasis on unconventional warfare and the need for specialized military units. This period saw the birth of some of the most iconic Special Forces units, including the U.S. Green Berets and the Navy SEALs. The Green Berets, officially known as the U.S. Army Special Forces, were established in 1952. They were envisioned as a force capable of fighting guerrilla wars and conducting subversive operations behind enemy lines. Similarly, the U.S. Navy SEALs came into existence in 1962, born out of the need for a maritime special operations force. These units were trained for a diverse range of missions, from counterinsurgency to covert operations behind enemy lines. Their training was rigorous, specialized, and designed to prepare them for the multifaceted challenges of the Cold War. The Cold War era was not just about the formation of these units, but also about their development and growth. They expanded their capabilities, honed their skills, and adapted to the changing face of warfare. The Cold War era was a time of significant growth and evolution for special forces. In the wake of the Cold War, the role of special forces continued to evolve. As the world moved beyond the conventional warfare of the past, the 21st century presented new challenges and opportunities for these elite teams. One of the most significant shifts was the growing reliance on special forces for counterterrorism operations. The hunt for Osama bin Laden, for instance, was a notable illustration of this change. The mission executed by the U.S. Navy SEALs was a testament to the precision, stealth, and high-risk nature of operations that special forces are called to undertake in the modern era. But their roles weren't limited to counterterrorism. The evolving geopolitical landscape has seen special forces taking on a more diverse range of missions. They've become increasingly involved in peacekeeping and humanitarian operations, whether it's rescuing hostages in conflict zones, providing aid in disaster-stricken areas, or supporting stability in regions plagued by civil unrest. Special forces have shown their versatility and adaptability. Their training allows them to operate in all types of environments, from the heat of the desert to the cold of the Arctic, making them an invaluable asset in these complex missions. The modern era has truly recognized the unique capabilities and potential of special forces. Their adaptability, resilience, and proficiency in unconventional warfare have proven essential in responding to the rapidly changing dynamics of global security. Today, special forces play a critical role in maintaining global security and peace. It's intriguing to see how special forces have evolved since their inception. Born out of necessity during the tumultuous times of the Second World War, these elite units were a game-changer, introducing a whole new dynamic to the battlefield. The Cold War era then saw the proliferation and transformation of these units as they adapted to the changing face of warfare. They became the shadow warriors, the unseen deterrents that kept the delicate balance in a world teetering on the brink of nuclear annihilation. Today, in our modern era, special forces have taken on even more complex roles: counterterrorism, peacekeeping operations, and more. They've become integral to not just the military, but to global security as a whole. So, the next time you hear about special forces, remember the rich history and diverse roles these elite units play in our world today.